Hi, folks, and welcome back for our last closing session. I'm going to share a few slides. Let me do that. Right, so this is, thank you for sticking this out. This is the last little bit of our symposium. It is 5 o'clock on the East Coast. So I think instead of trying to have a long conversation, I just wanted to leave you with a couple of closing remarks, and then we will wrap up. First of all, I'm going to ask you, if you'd like to provide some input over the next couple of slides, and this is where to provide it. This is also on the slides coming up, so hopefully it will stick. And I think, we wanted to say this is, we've had a very interesting 2-day conversation on the future of computing research, but this is obviously just one small moment in a long, ongoing conversation that has been with us for many years and will be with us for many more. We would like this to become a part of that ongoing conversation. And in particular, we would like to help draw attention to this larger conversation and help move it forward. So we have a couple of thoughts about how to do that that I'd like to share with you now. The first one is we're looking at building a resource site. The idea here is to bring a collection of interesting existing material on this topic together in one place so that it can be found easily, so that folks can see the relationship between different sets of material, and so that some of the work that's been done in the past to look at our future and contemplate it can be sort of brought into a little wider attention. So we have a candidate URL. This is not a website. If you go there, you'll get a 404. Actually, you'll get a server not found. But this is our thought, is to put this here. So my questions to you are, what would be of interest? What would be of interest to you personally? And in your view, what would be of interest to advance this conversation, to inform others, to build shared understanding, to build sort of common language and dialogue, and to help you and your colleagues engage in the outreach and advocacy that we want to advance this field. So of course we have our own ideas, but we're very interested in what you think on these topics. So if you have thoughts, please email them to info@fcr-2022.net. Sounds like a commercial. The second thing is we would like to help advance some actions going forward. So our plan is to summarize, with the help of the speakers, a lot of what we've heard over the last couple of days. We will be posting the recordings of the sessions. We will be posting summaries. We will try to make them accessible. We'll maybe do some 1-minute short clips. We will try to publicize this as widely as possible in a number of different communities, sort of hopefully communities that are relevant and of interest. And we will reach out to potential partner conveners. We would like to see if we can follow this up with other meetings, other conversations, perhaps workshops, what have you. So again, we very much welcome your ideas on that. And my questions are, what would you personally like to do? Now, that's a little dicey, right? What you'd really like to do now is go think about something else, but it's not a commitment, it's a thought. So if there are things that you would like to be involved with yourself in advancing this agenda, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe more importantly, what would you like to see? What do you think would be the most useful set of things that we could do? What would be high leverage? Obviously, there is a lot of interest in this, and there is a lot of work going on to map out paths going forward. You've heard about some of it. You heard about some of it from Panch. You've heard about interesting ideas in the community in some of our sessions. But we'd like to hear what you think would be effective to advance this agenda. So again, email to info@fcr2022.net. And that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say right now. We'd love to have your input. We'd love to hear from you what you think worked, how you think we could advance this agenda. And I'd like to thank you all for coming and being part of this. And we hope you found it interesting and informative and enjoyable. And that is the end of our symposium. Thanks again.